What's going on, everybody, and welcome to Terrell Speaks. I'm your host, Timothy Wilkes, and this is the show where I do commentary on current events as well as other interesting topics. Be sure to follow me on my social media platforms, Timothy T. Wilkes on Facebook, Terrell Speaks on YouTube, and Terrell Godemy Wilkes on Instagram. And also to show your support, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, engage, and last but not least, enjoy the show. Okay, now we can get this party started. I started a healing series on the T-Dub show. Was dealing with healing while in ministry. I wanted to do it for both podcasts because as far as the community needs healing as well as the church. So on the inside and on the outside of the church, it needs healing everywhere within the families, within the households. I spoke on that on my other show, but there's some things that need to be addressed and some things that need to be debunked and dealt with and exposed as lies, since in order for us to move forward, in order for us to go and because in order for us to see a new perspective, we must realize what we've learned and what we've been thinking and what the life we've been living, the way we've been living is wrong, it's dysfunctional, it's toxic, is counterproductive to us trying to function as human beings in society when it comes to relationships, when it comes to parents and things like that. And I say this. One of the people I brought up on my Facebook page, I mentioned the Kevin Samuels, the late Kevin Samuels. He had podcast dealing with, first he was speaking to men, and then he transferred and started transitioning into talking to black women. But a lot of his messages, he had good points in certain areas, but there were a lot of messages in there. And now I have respect for him as a person. You know, I watch the streams and I watch the streams and everything, but that doesn't mean I agree with everything he was saying. I had some disagreements because a lot of it was counterproductive to black families, black relationships, mental health, things like that. When I watched some of his stuff, he was speaking out of hurt, out of anger, out of the way he was being treated by black women probably, and he probably ran into some toxic black women. Probably had some kind of, I don't know what kind of upbringing he may have had. I can't speak on that exactly, but I do know he was coming from a place of hurt, and when you're coming from a place of hurt, when you're coming from a place of bitterness, when you're coming from a place of anger, things like that, you've not yet healed. And when you're not yet healed, you tend to send messages that are not really good for. It's not good for people that are trying to form healthy relationships, because a relationship has to be healthy in order for it to function. Otherwise, it's dysfunctional. And a lot of black relationships are unhealthy. I know there are a lot of relationships outside of our community that are as well, but I just want to talk to my people. I want to talk to the black men. I want to speak to black women. I just want to do that for this show. Is that okay? The healing series. This healing series is for the black community. I want to speak and reach out because I have a heart. I love our people. I seek God in prayer for the whole world, for the nation. But God often talks to me and shows me things about our community specifically, and because I have concerns, because when I deal with our people on a business level, on ministry level, outside of and even on a relationship level, there are some toxic traits that I see, and I have expressed some anger in those areas. But God always shows me that our people are hurting, our people need help, our people need healing. And when people talk to me about black men specifically, they're broken. A lot of them are broken. A lot of them need help. A lot of them need healing in many different areas. And I just mentioned Kevin Samuels because he sends. Okay, excuse me, guys. I still had a COVID cough, and it's kind of it's lingering. I had COVID over a month ago, but the cough is still lingering. Anyway, the messages he sent are not really productive for the black community. He sent the way he's talked to black women, the way he's proposed that black women be treated, the kind of audacity that he gave to black men saying that they're able to cheat and things like that when they're in a relationship. They're allowed to cheat, and if they long as they have a lot of money and they can talk down to women, they gave black men a false sense of reality, a false sense of hope. Him, not just him, but the red pill, this quote unquote red pill community, the red pill community in general. There's a lot of podcasters that follow him, that mimic his content, that talk him. It's not just him, so I'm not just singling him out in general. It's that content in general is toxic to our communities. It's saying that you just got to get money. You don't have to worry about it. Don't worry about no woman. Just get money now. That's your preference. Good. I mean, that's up to you. But you can't tell all black men, all men, to just seek women. That's just, you only have two choices to either get money, and if you chase money, if you just pursue money, you can't have a woman, you can't have a family, things like that. But this is my thing. All that stuff, money and cars and all this materialistic stuff, it doesn't mean a thing when you get old. There's gonna come an age when you're gonna want people to be surrounded by people that love you and care about you. You can have all of that stuff, but when you get a certain age, it's not gonna matter about all of the things that you have. You're gonna start valuing people more. Because they tried, the red pill community, him and the red pill community, they want to say that if you taking women out on dates and things like that, you have to get sex or you're simping. And it's just a lot of counterproductive stuff. People don't understand. Just like this, let's go into simping, quote unquote. Simping is when you're giving your energy to a woman that's not reciprocating. She's not showing any interest, any feelings for you whatsoever, and you're giving your money, you're giving your time, you're giving all your energy to her, and she's not reciprocating anything. Taking care of your woman. If you have a woman and you're taking care of that woman, that's not simping. Going out on a date and she's showing interest and she's enjoying you and just taking care of a woman that belongs to you, that's not simping. Proposing to your fiance is not simping, guys. It's not simping. Giving a woman what she's asking for in a relationship is not simping. She's asking for your time. She's asking for your attention. If you're giving that to her, that's not simping. Any of that stuff is not simping. We have to go back to what men used to do. Now I say I myself, I'm single, but I do have the desire to give my life, my time, and all of that to the right person. It's not simping. There's nothing wrong with taking a woman on a date. There's nothing wrong with taking her out on a couple of dates, especially if she's showing mutual interest. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with pursuing a woman, especially if she's showing mutual interest. That's not simping. We have to get rid of this kind of this toxic mentality, and these men, a lot of these podcasts, they want the women to bow down and submit to them completely, and that's not how it goes, really. It's you have women that have businesses, they have careers, that make, some of them do real estate, some of them do financial investing, some of them have their own careers, some of them have supervisor management positions, and you're expecting them to give all of that up to go home and be in the kitchen and cook all day, cook and be with the kid. Now, if that's the type of woman that you want, go get that woman. There are plenty of women that want to be housewives. You find one of them, but don't try to change a woman that's interested in pursuing her career. You just can't. We always try to make all women be one type of woman. There are plenty of different women. If you like apples, go find an apple tree. Don't try to turn an orange into an apple, or a banana, or a watermelon, or a strawberry. You can't turn it into an apple. Go get you an apple. Go find an apple tree. There are plenty different types of women. All black women aren't disrespectful. All black women aren't terrible. All black women aren't just lazy and just gold digging and just sitting on Instagram all day. All of them don't do that. Excuse me. All of them don't do that. You have plenty that You have plenty of women that go to school, that get educations, that pursue careers. You have plenty of women that are willing to be with you while you're building your empire. You have plenty of women that are willing to do that. You have a lot of them that are willing to do that. A lot of them that are willing to be that just want the simple things. You have a lot of them that want that aren't looking for a mansion, that aren't looking for six figures. The ones that are looking for that, you know you don't have it, just pass them up. You don't have to trash them and bash talk them and talk all kind of crazy nonsense to them. Just find someone else. That's not the one for you. And a lot of men are too broken and hurt to understand this concept. They don't understand this simple concept. And they trash women that have a preference. Just 'cause if they're not good for you, then leave them be. You don't have to deal with them. If they're disrespectful, you don't have to deal with them. You don't even have to entertain them. Oh man, black women are just disrespectful. Like when they talk to us any kind of way. No, those are just the ones you're choosing because you're in a broken place. You have a broken mindset. You have a broken mentality. You have yet to heal. You have yet to do the work that it takes to heal. And you have someone psyching your head up. People like Kevin Samuels. People like a lot of these people, Fresh and Fit. It's a lot of different content creators. I've seen a bunch of red pill content that teaches men to degrade women. That teaches men to talk down to and disrespect women, and they have to serve you hand and foot and turn around and pay 50-50 of the bills and all this trash talk. This is trash. All of it is crap. I believe every household has its own structure. Some households, men do pay half the bills. Some households, men pay all the bills. Whatever works for that household. Some cases, women make more than men. So it all depends on that. Some women may. I believe you have to be able to adjust. This is reality. This is life. I believe out of experience. Sometimes it's life. Sometimes a woman might make more. So it can't be a set way to do it. Sometimes a woman might make more. Sometimes a man might make more. Sometimes they're on even playing fields. You have power couples. You have women that want, like I said, women that desire careers. Women that own their own businesses. So some of them enjoy. Some women don't mind paying bills. Some women don't mind carrying their weight. Some women don't mind doing the things that it takes. They have no issue paying their share of whatever. Some women prefer 50-50. So I'm saying that it's only one way to do it. It's trash. There are multiple ways to run a household. But this is my main point. If we're gonna heal, we have to unlearn a lot of stuff. That's why I'm going over a lot of things. Because in order for us to heal, there's certain things we have to unlearn. If a woman wants to be courted and she's showing mutual interest, give her that. If she wants that, if you can't give her that, then get out of the way. Let her know, hey, look, now I'm not in the right place to give you that time, energy, and all this stuff. If you're not willing to give her those things, get out of the way. Because relationships are give and take. It's always an equal exchange. Just like going to a business, you exchange money for service, for goods, for whatever you're trying to get. And a relationship is the same way. If she wants whatever she wants. You have women that want your money. I mean, they have a right to their preference. Not saying it's right, not saying it's anything. They have a right to their preference. So if they just want money, if they just want cash app, and you're not looking for that, you're looking for an actual relationship, you know that that's not the type of woman you need to be dealing with. It's just say okay and move on. I'm not interested. Adios. You don't have to get angry about that. You don't have to get angry and mad and all frustrated and bash every single black woman because you have because of your experiences. And to the ladies too, all black men aren't crap. You might not like me for saying this. The reason why all your relationships were toxic, the reason why every black man you've ever dated has been toxic, has treated you poorly, is because your mindset, you have yet to heal from your wounds. You have a broken mentality. You have a broken mindset. You're in a broken place. So you entertain broken men. You entertain men that are also in that place, that are also just toxic, abusive, and all these other things, because there's a lack of security within yourself also. There are a lot of men that have met broken women that only entertain broken women. Let's just even with me, a lot of my relationships, most of them have been dysfunctional. A lot of them have been dysfunctional because I was in a broken place. I have yet to heal. Um, a lot of my situations and relationships in the past were toxic, was dysfunctional. So I was broken. I've yet to heal, and by me being in that vulnerable state, I attracted and entertained a lot of toxic, dysfunctional stuff. A lot of relationships I had were dysfunctional. I was in a bad place mentally. I had to heal before I could even recognize it. Now I can see, okay, this person's dysfunctional. Okay, this person's got a lot of healing they need to do. Or this person's carrying a lot of weight. Or I can recognize it easier now. It's not even attractive to me anymore. When you don't desire it, when you don't desire it anymore, you know you're healed. If you still desire it, that's somehow still attractive to you, there's some more work, there's some more healing you have to do. So if you have this I'm gonna save him mentality, that means you're still broken. That means something in you is still hurt, something in you is still yet to heal, something in you is still got some issues that need to be worked out. That's why all your relationships have been kind of dysfunctional, kind of toxic. That's why you run into a lot of black men where we gonna attract a lot of people. So we're not who we attract, but we are who we entertain. We are who we get in relationships with. Like attracts like. If all your relationships, they were with dysfunctional people, they were with abusive people, they were with all these crazy types of people that have no idea or concept of how a relationship works, it's because you're broken. Your mindset has to change, has to reform. Once you seek healing through professional counseling or whatever you have to do, you'll start desiring that stuff less and less, because once you're in a better place mentally, emotionally, psychologically, you'll find yourself craving that more and more. You'll find yourself craving higher frequency when in people. You'll find yourself craving people with higher frequencies. They'll be wanting to pour into you. They'll be wanting to encourage you. They'll be wanting to speak life into you. You're gonna be attracted to that more and more. You're not gonna want the other stuff. You're not going to want people that talk down to you. You're not going to want people that mistreat you. None of this stuff is going to be attractive. All these things that the red pill is saying, oh, these women are all toxic, so you just have to use them for sex, that's all crap, okay? It's all crap. It's all misinformation. They don't know what they're talking about. They have no idea what they're talking about. They don't know. If you listen to them, black men, let me tell you something. If you listen to these people, if you all up in Kevin Samuels' junk, and all these other red pillars, you listen to this flawed logic, you're gonna be single. You're gonna die alone. You're gonna die alone. Like he was telling people to buy a dog and die alone. You're gonna be the one that dies alone. You're gonna have a TV dinner in your hand when you die. If you deal with this kind of stuff, if you feed into that flawed logic, because when you get a certain age, you're gonna want to be surrounded by people that love you and care about you. You're gonna want to find a woman that's right for you. Instead of complaining about all these women, all the women that's out there, you only need one person to settle down with, to have a family with. So, as far as having black women ain't this and black women ain't nothing, and white women are so much better and all this kind of. I've seen a lot on social media. I've seen it all. White women are better, and we're going to be with Becky. Everyone, there's dysfunction everywhere. By the way, if you're broken, you're gonna find broken. I don't care who you are. If you're broken, I don't care if you're dating a black woman, white woman, Asian woman. If you are broken, it's gonna carry you everywhere you go. It's gonna carry you wherever you are. I don't care who you are. This is nonsense. If you're saying, hey, I'm done with black people because all I've met is toxic, but if you have yet to heal, you've not healed. If you have not healed from your relationships, If you have not healed, I don't care who you are or where you come from, you're going to entertain broken, toxic dysfunction. It's going to be dysfunctional everywhere you go. Even if you don't recognize it, it's still going to be dysfunction. If you're in a healthy place, you're not going to be attracted to unhealthy, period. I don't care if they're black, white, Asian, Hispanic, Latina. I don't care where they are, Cuban. It doesn't matter. If you are broken, that's all you're gonna see. That's all you're gonna know. You're gonna think all black men are broken. You're gonna think all black women are broken, are disrespectful, are dysfunctional. All black men aren't bums. You have black men out there that work, that have jobs, that are doing things for themselves, that are starting businesses, that are performing in life, that are going, that are seeking help, that are working on their health, they're working out, they have therapists. You have a lot of them that are doing that. You have black women that are working, that have careers, that are willing to contribute to you, that are not just going to sit there and ride it out and use you and manipulate you. And every person is not out to get you. Everybody's not your enemy. Every black woman is not out to destroy you. Every black woman is not just in it to just use you and try to take you for everything you have and run. You're just attracting and entertaining those type of people because your mindset, when you're broken, when you're in an unhealthy place, you can't recognize red flags. When you're so caught up in emotion, you're so caught up in your vulnerability, you're not able to recognize red flags. You're not able to recognize that this person doesn't really care about me. She's just trying to use me. Same thing for the women. All he wants to do is drive my car while I'm at work. All he wants to do is this and that, X, Y, Z. You're not able to recognize that. All he wants is sex from me. You're not able to recognize that because you're in a broken place. And the same thing with the men. We're not able to recognize certain things because of our mindset. We're in an unhealthy place, and a lot of these red pillers, they took advantage. They're taking advantage of the fact that you're hurt and broken and using it as a cash grab. They capitalize on pain, hurt, and anger and bitterness. There are a lot of hurt black men out there. A lot of men that have been through a lot of different problems, a lot of different issues. Now the red pill community has spread across, white, black, whatever. But the whole community as a whole, they feed off broken men, and it's a lack of accountability there. Since they fail to do the work that it takes to heal, they go out and they mistreat women, and they use this flawed logic that they're giving on the internet, that they use this stuff to live their life based off of it. They treat women based off the advice that they're giving on the internet, and it's crazy. Instead of seeking therapy, seeking a licensed professional, someone that's able to actually really give you some advice based off prior research, based off methods that have worked in the past. They go to school for this stuff. They can give you some counsel. They can help you heal, help you have a better mindset. And when you have a better mindset, you'll select better. You'll have better choices. And then not only that, you're not going to be afraid to be by yourself. You're not going to be afraid to be by yourself until you meet someone that you feel will be that can complement you the best. Because you're going to want someone that's going to complement you. You're not going to be afraid to spend that time by yourself while you're waiting to find that person that's going to knock your socks off and it's going to compliment you, and you guys can build something together instead of all this crazy stuff. This whole idea that she has to give you sex because you took her on a date. She's not obligated to do that. Now, if she wants to, that's her business, but she's not obligated. She doesn't have to do that. If she doesn't want to, she doesn't have to. 'Cause all this stuff is if she's not sharing mutual interest, you don't have to keep spending your time and money and energy on her. You have the right to say no. You have the right to walk away and wait. So a lot of people are scared to be by themselves. They're scared to be by themselves. So they just tolerate dysfunction, tolerate toxicity. That's why I post a lot of things on my Facebook page. You don't have to tolerate toxicity. If you need, it's better to Find peace within yourself. Find happiness within yourself. Learn to love on you. Cause that's actually a phase that I'm dealing with now. But they're saying, and also they're saying, like I said, they said you can't. You have to wait till you're a certain age before you get married and all this stuff. None of that happened back in the day. You don't know when the time comes for your spouse. Some people meet their spouse at 19. Some people meet their spouse at 20. Some people meet them at 25. Some people don't meet them till they're 40. But you don't know. So you can't just say, oh, you have to wait. So you're going to turn down let's say you're a guy and you meet the woman that compliments you, that's willing to ride it out with you, that's willing to go the distance with you, that's not looking for your money, that just wants your time, your energy, and just wants to, and you're in a healthy place. Let's say you're in a healthy place, you're a healthy person, so you're saying you're just going to pass her up because you're not a certain age and she's the best thing that ever happened to you. You're just going to pass her up. No, I don't think that'd be a wise decision. If you're in a healthy place, you're in a place that you're ready to receive. And let's say you're 23. Some people are younger than others because not everyone grew up broken in a broken home. Not everyone had a lot of toxic history. Let's say you're in a healthy place. You're 23, and just like Kevin saying, we tell people to wait till you're 35. You might meet somebody that's 23 that's perfect for you. That has everything that you're looking for. That has everything that you ever need. That's willing to build and strive with you. So I don't say it's not the same. You just can't just say one thing applies to everybody, because that's not true. So that's why I say he was wrong about a lot of things. The red pill community in itself was wrong about a lot of stuff. They spread a lot of misinformation because they're speaking from hurt. They're speaking from what they've experienced. Oh, these women don't care about you, and these women don't care. They don't love men. That's a lie. Women love men. Black women love men. There's a lot of love in there. It's just you have two broken people. You have two people that are broken, that have yet to heal, trying to come together and form a relationship. That's the problem. It's not the fact that we don't love each other. It's not the fact that we don't care about each other. That's not it. We're so, if we didn't love or care about each other, why are we so hurt? Why are we so emotional when it comes to these things, these topics? Why are we so angry? Why are we so expressive when it comes to it? We obviously do care. If we didn't care, we wouldn't even talk about it. It wouldn't be a topic of discussion. It wouldn't be a lot of angry people on the internet spouting misinformation and hatred and anger and black women. If they didn't care, they'd just move on. They obviously love and care. They have those emotions. They're just hurt. And they're taking it out on people that had nothing to do with it, because they don't know how to manage their emotions and all this stuff, other stuff. And as far as the fact that guys can be with multiple women, have multiple girlfriends, but a woman can't even look at another man, that's unrealistic and stupid. That's the dumbest stuff I've ever heard in my life. If, not saying I condone it or anything, but if he's dating multiple women, she has a right to do the same thing. I'm just saying. Because I was in a group and they was talking, bashing women for man, they just dating multiple dudes and they talking to all these dudes. But I said men do it too. Well, men supposed to. So women can't do that, even though she's supposed to give all her time and attention and energy to you, and you're dating multiple women, but she can't do that. Come on. That's the most illogical, stupid thing I've ever heard. They're human beings, just like we are. So until you're married, there's no roles or assignments. Until you're married, there's nothing there. She's not your woman. So there's nothing. I mean, she's a single woman. You're a single man. So there's nothing there. She's not your wife. And if she was your wife, you wouldn't be able to date multiple women. According to, if we're gonna go by, even if we're gonna go by current Christian standard, because people bring up, well, polygamy is in the Bible and all this other stuff, but polygamy is illegal in the United States also. Let's just go there. Let's just be real about this. Polygamy is illegal in the United States. So if you want to go there, it's against. If you're doing polygamy in the United States, you're breaking the laws over here. But you have let's get back on track though. With if you want to date multiple people, she has the right to do the same thing. Like I said, I'm not condoning it or anything like that. You can't say she can't do this, but you can do whatever you want. That's crazy. It's ludicrous. It's just you're using it's counterproductive. When reason I say it's counterproductive because there's a lack of accountability in these things. There's no accountability. Everything is the woman's fault. Everything is on single mothers. It's the single mother's fault. The single mothers are everything. The single mothers are terrible. They're ruining society. What about the guys that nutted in them and got her pregnant? What about those guys? What about the men that nutted in them and just now they're not contributing financially, don't have any sort of communication with their child whatsoever? What about those guys? So they're not responsible for anything? They don't have any kind of accountability, no wrongdoing or nothing like that. They're just free to go. It's all the woman's fault. It's all her, huh? Yeah, sure, right. No. It takes two, okay? We gotta stop this. We gotta stop bashing single mothers. She's there raising the child by herself. She has to do all the black women are so mean. Let's go into that. Let's go into that while we're on that subject. Before I forget, let's go into that topic. Black women are mean. Let's break that down. Let's break it down here. Let's say you're a woman here. You're a black woman. You have 3, maybe 4 kids. You're raising by yourself. You have bills. You have rent. You have all these different responsibilities. Even if it's 3 kids, 2 kids, you're raising them by yourself. No one's helping you. You have a job or something like that, but you're not always making enough to pay everything. Your kids have school things, responsibilities. They have clothes and shoes that they need. They want games. They want toys. They want food. They want all this stuff on top of your bills, on top of your job that you're working that may not be paying everything. You have to figure out how you're going to pay all these bills, how you're going to do all this. You're doing this by yourself. And you have, it's not that they're mean. They're stressed out. They are under a lot of pressure. They have a lot going on. That's a lot to take on for a woman. Bills and everything. They have to do everything by themselves. That's a lot of work. I don't care who you are. You have to stop crapping on black women, black men. You have to stop doing that. I don't care who you are. That's a lot for a single mother to take care of. Stop looking at it from one angle. You have to see it from her perspective. She has all these. Being with a child 24/7 is not easy. You get off work, you deal with your kids. You have to turn around and cook dinner. You have to keep, if you have a house, you still have to keep the yard up. You have to do everything by yourself. Let's stop pretending like they should just be nice and smiling and happy after all of this. Realistically, people, they're going to be stressed out. They're going to have pressure on them, especially now. Don't mention mental illness because a lot of us have that. A lot of us struggle with those things. They may have depression. They may have anxiety. They may have other different illnesses that come into play. They can't sleep at night. May have kids that are in and out of the hospital. They have to go back and forth to the doctor. They constantly have health problems. You can't just sit there and just judge them based off, oh, they're just being mean. They're just no, they're trying to survive. They're stressed out. They're pulling their hair out at night. They don't even know if they're going to make it. They want to quit half the time because it's so freaking hard. We can't, we have to, now of course, then you have people say, oh, they could have avoided it when they were young, where they didn't. They have kids now. The situation is now. No one wants to hear what the mistakes they made in the past because you can't undo them. You can't go back in time and undo. You cannot do it. It's impossible. We don't have time machines. This is not Futurama. This is not Men in Black. This is not none of these time traveling things. It's not what was that show? Quantum Leap. It's not none of that junk where you can go back in time and try to change history. You can't. It's not possible. You can only deal with what you have now. Yeah, they messed up, but so did we. We got to stop blaming black women. We got to stop doing it. We got to stop trashing single mothers. We just have to stop doing this crap. We have to stop it. They're trying the best they can to raise kids by themselves because the father left or the father's not having any kind of contact, not giving any financial support or anything. There's no support from the father whatsoever, no contact. Some of the fathers want nothing to do with them. They're not contributing in any kind of way, period, way, shape, or form or fashion. They had to do it all by themselves. They had to figure it all out by themselves through sickness, through pain. Let's say they're sick. They say they're really sick. They still have to do it. They still have to get up and go to work sick because they don't have no support from anybody. Okay? Let's just say that. So you can't sit there and say, oh, they're mean or this. No, they're focused. They have to survive. If you're not, and as for black women being masculine, let's address that too. They have to take on masculine roles. They're doing mom and dad stuff. They have to be men just to survive. They have to do this. They have paying bills and doing all that. They're forced to be in positions because since they're the only parent in the household, they're forced to be in the position of a man. Okay? So they adapt and adjust to their environment. That's just science. That's how it is. That's just how it works. You can't blame them for adapting to their environment to survive. That's stupid. And y'all know how I get. Y'all know how I talk. I can't talk like this on my other show because, I'm just saying. This is Terrell speak because on here, I get to say whatever the heck I want. I avoid cuss words and stuff like that. But, you get my point. But sitting here and judging them and talking crazy to them, it's just ludicrous. It's not okay. The red pill community, they do it all the time. Single mothers. They're doing the best they can. They're doing the best they can, man. They're raising those kids. They're doing everything they can to raise those kids. They go to work. Some of them have businesses. Some of them are doing everything they can possibly. They're going to school on top of all of that stuff. Through sickness, through everything. Through stress. They're stressed out. They don't need you wasting their time. If you're gonna be in their life, either add to it or leave them alone. Okay? I'm not sucking up to them. I'm just saying this is reality. No one, I don't care who you are, even if you're a single dad, you don't need anyone coming in your life wasting your time. You don't need anyone to come in your life playing games or trying to take. You don't need anyone to come in your life with their hand out. Can you give me? Can you lend me? No, I have kids, I have bills. We can build something together, but I can't just be doing all the giving. I can't just give you. And I have kids, and I have a family, I have kids to take care of, I have bills to pay. I'm struggling already, fighting for my life, and you're coming with your hand out. Because a lot of the women, they're tired of men coming with their hand out. Now, you have a lot of outrageous people, just like women that call into the Kevin Samuels show. I do agree those women exist because I've seen them, but they don't represent all black women, okay? They don't represent all black women. All of them are not like that. That's just one type of black woman. You have some that are selfish and entitled. That's just one type. All of them aren't like that. You have some that want the six-figure man. If that ain't you, you don't have to deal with those women. Find one somewhere else. You don't have to deal with an OnlyFans chick. You don't have to deal with an Instagram chick. You don't have to deal with these type of people. You don't have to deal with them. You do not have to deal with them. We got to stop sitting around crying and complaining. Oh, these women, they just only want money. That's just one type of woman. You have multiple types of women, hundreds of types. All of them don't want your money, okay? They got their own. There's some that got their own. Some of them, they just want the simple things. All of them don't want that. We got to stop this. We got to stop crying. I'm saying we have to get, once you seek healing, once you seek professional help, once you seek healing from your past, you deal with your trauma, you deal with the things that you've experienced, you forgive yourself, you forgive those people. And this is just the introduction. I'm going to go into all of that stuff. I'm going to go over it on the Teed Up show and from the church aspect, and I'm going to go over it from the community aspect, because we just got to do a little better than what we're doing. We're blaming each other. fighting with each other. Black men ain't this. Black women ain't this. Black men ain't this. Black women ain't this. I'm so tired of black men. I'm so tired of black women. We're just sitting around pouting and crying instead of seeking help, instead of healing. All black men aren't gonna drive your car while you're at work, and all of them are not bums. Black ladies, all black men are not bums. Some men actually value your time, but if you seek healing, you seek professional help, you seek deliverance from all that trauma that you've been through, all the stuff that you've dealt with, you get in a better place mentally and emotionally, psychologically. You're not going to even entertain that stuff. You won't even be bothered by it at all. You just like, oh, that's not my type. That's nope. Been there, done that. Got the t-shirt. Same thing for men. Once you seek healing, you'll know what I'm talking about. I used to be like, hey, black women, they did. I used to complain, but I healed. I dealt with my trauma. I forgave myself. I forgave them. I moved on. Life. I'm not angry anymore. If they're not my type, they're not my type. If I don't feel respected, I'm not attracted. It's just the way it is. It's just how it works. I don't tolerate that anymore. I'm not afraid to be by myself. I'm not afraid of any of this stuff. If I don't feel like I'm getting the respect, if I don't feel like there's mutual interest, it's just it. It's just the way it is. They're not for me. I'm not. Some of them will tell you, oh, you're not making enough money to be with me. Well, she's not for me. I'm not angry about that. She has a right to her own preference. And black women, I know you have black men that talk crazy to you. That say, oh, you don't have enough booty, or you're not bright skin, you're not light skinned, so I don't like you, or you're ugly, or this and this and that. Those men are idiots, okay? They're hurt. They're broken. They don't know how to talk to people. They're ignorant. Don't base the entirety of the black male population off of those fools, okay? Those are foolish people. You have what you call foolish people. Those are foolish people. They don't know how to communicate. They've been abused. That's abuse. They've been abused their whole life. I don't know. It might not be their whole life, but at some point in their life, they was abused. They hurt. They're not ready for anything. They're not ready for anything, let alone a relationship. Those type of people, those are red flags. You're gonna, after a while, once you see killing instead of being hurt by that stuff, you're gonna look at that and be like, okay, I'm glad he exposed himself. Now I can move on with my life. And if those things hurt you still, which sometimes they might, but every time it hurts you, if you're still dwelling on it in your past, you're still dealing with that, you've not yet healed. You're still broken. You still have trauma. You still have wounds that have to be addressed. They have to be properly healed and addressed and dealt with and unpacked through professional help. But we'll get there. I'm going to go over the different signs, just like I will in my Teed Up show. When you need, that's one of the signs. When certain things like that still hurt you and trigger you, that's one of the signs. I'm going to go over different signs in my next podcast. I'm going to do healing on both because we need it badly. Guys been speaking to me, healing. So I'm going to do it on both. It's just what it is. But what I'm saying is, a lot of these people are wrong. They're misinformed. There's nothing wrong with taking a woman out on a date. There's nothing wrong with spending money on her if she's showing mutual interest. Like I said, simping is only when she's not showing interest. Only when she's not showing mutual interest. You're giving everything to a woman that doesn't care anything about you. That doesn't care anything about you. That's not even interested in you. You're taking her out to dinner. You're spending money on her. You're going on trips with her. That's simping, okay? That's what simping is. Taking your wife on a vacation, that's not simping, sir. Taking your girlfriend on a date, that's not simping. That's just what a man does. Certain things are just called being a man. Showing affection to your woman, that's not simping. We gotta get back to what we used to do. We got to get back to valuing the people we love in our life. If you have a woman and you value her, that's not simping. It's misinformation going around. Y'all letting single guys that have no relationship tell you how to be in a relationship. They're hurting. I'm single too, but I'm not sitting there spouting lies. I'm telling you how it is. That's not simping. I mean, it's not what it is. You just have to find someone that is for you. Everybody has a type. Everybody has a different type that complements them. Once you heal, once you discover who you truly are, once you find out where you need to be in life, you don't have to worry. It'll be that much easier to find a woman that complements you. It'll be just that much easier. Same thing for a woman. It won't be hard to find a man that complements you once you're in a better place mentally, emotionally, psychologically. You're gonna shy away from people that are toxic, that speak death upon you, that talk down to you, that saying you're too fat, that saying they don't like your hair, they're saying you're too ugly, they're saying you're too dark, you don't have the right skin tone, you don't have enough booty, you don't have enough thighs, they're talking crazy cash money stupidness. They're just speaking down, degrading. You don't have to put up with that. That's not the representation of all black men. That's just the toxic half of them. That's just toxic. That is toxic. That is not acceptable. They don't speak for all of us. Okay? They don't speak for the whole. And they were saying that Kevin Samuels gave black men a voice. He didn't give me a voice. I've been doing this for years. Before I even started, I had a podcast back in 2000 and what was it, 2000, probably 2016, I think. I've been speaking on social media and preaching and doing all this other stuff. I've been doing all this since 2015. I've had a voice since then. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 7 years. I've been doing it, 6.5 years. I had a platform for 6.5 years. I've been doing this before I even heard of Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels probably been around longer, but I haven't even heard of the guy until he started blowing up on social media. So he didn't give me a voice. He's not the GOAT. I don't think he's the GOAT in my opinion. He's the best person ever lived. These people are amazing. No, I don't think so. They were speaking out of hurt. They need healing. They needed help. And the whole red pill community need help. They need accountability. They need to realize that they have to get over themselves. They have to get over their pain, get over all that stuff. And so they can have a healthy relationship with somebody. Because you're going to look up. It's what's going to happen. You fall into that trap. You fall into that foolishness. Guys, they're using y'all. I'm just going to be real. That's a cash grab. People, they make money off those streams. They make money off that stuff. They use that stuff to make money. I respect the hustle, but I don't agree with the message. They use that stuff to make money. That's why they did all that. But I refuse to sell out like that. Even if only 2 people watch this. I don't care because it's the truth. They're using this. They use that stuff to capitalize off your hurt, off your pain, off your ignorance. They use that stuff to capitalize. A lot of that stuff, those people don't follow that advice that they giving y'all. They don't follow that advice. They don't follow it. Sleep with as many women as you can. Get as much vagina as you can. Just sleep with us. Just get there and screw them and leave them and forget about them. That's when you get 60 and 50. None of that crap's gonna matter. You're gonna wake up and realize that you missed out. When you're gonna be old and you're gonna realize, you're gonna wish you had a wife. You're gonna wish you had family. You're gonna wish you had kids that loved you and cared about you. You're gonna wish you had all that stuff. I'm a man. I don't need any of that. I'm young and I'm in my prime and I don't need a woman. You say that now. 40 years from now, you won't feel the same way. Okay? You will not feel the same way. You won't. You're going to be thinking about this stuff. You're gonna be thinking that, hey man, I should have settled down. I should have got married. I should have had a family. I should have did something with my life. You might think you're the man now, but you're not gonna be young forever. You're gonna get older, and you're gonna realize that the things that you're thinking are important now are actually not important. So that's why I'm doing these series, because the things that are important are the things that I'm advocating for. Even when before I even started the series, I was always going in on people that shot kids and all that, because that's the future. They're killing off the future. Families, family, children, all that stuff is the future. So both of these pockets, the community, we all need each other. We all need healing. In order for us to come together effectively, we're going to need to heal. In order for us to have a healthier, and I can tell you what's wrong. It's not black men alone that's wrong in the relationships. It's not black women. It's the fact that we both need to heal. Then we can come together. Then we can be healthy. Then we can be happy. Then we can have a healthy, happy family. Then we can function. Then we won't be saying that, oh, the other opposite sex ain't S. Oh, they ain't worth nothing. They ain't about nothing. I can beg to differ, because I see healthy relationships around me. The type of church I go to, the type of people I deal with, I see healthy relationships everywhere. So I know it's possible. Everywhere I go. So I see it all around me. Every black man ain't just treating women like crap. Every black woman ain't out here just using men. It's not how it works. That's not how the real world is. It's just not it. It's not. It's lies. It's all lies. They're telling you crap. They're feeding you crap. It's not what it is. They're lying to you to get your money. They don't want you to spend money dating these women, because they want you to send them super chats and all that stuff. They making hundreds of dollars a night, thousands of dollars a night off super chat. They want you to send them your money. They making money. They making fools out of y'all. Kevin Samuels made a lot of money off of y'all, off of broken, black, bitter men, off of women that didn't know their worth. He made a lot of money off of y'all. I don't care about money. I need it to pay bills, but I don't care about it enough to try to lie to you and deceive you to get it. It's just not that serious. I work hard for my money. I'm not going to lie to you to get it. Now, if I start getting monetized and getting things like that, if I do it that way, cool. But I'm not going to sit on here and feed you misinformation, false logic, give you false hope just to get money. I don't care. It's just not that serious. I'm not willing to lie to get it. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you, oh, all black women ain't S, and you don't have to deal with them, and you don't have to date them, and just die alone. It's not worth it. It'd be too heavy on my conscience to sit here and lie to you. It'll be too much. I can't sit there and I can't do it. It's the truth is the truth. The truth is the light. If you find a good woman that loves you, and you're in a healthy place mentally to be able to receive her and also give her the things that she desires, don't turn it down. Please don't turn it down. Don't do that. Don't be a red pill and sit here and, oh, I'm just getting my money. I'm working on my paper. If she don't care about none of that, you have a lot of women that don't care about that. They'll ride. If you have goals, dreams, I always say it, car, job, place to live, and ambition. If those are the only things she cares about, then hey. But if she wants you to be six figures, she wants you to have all this crazy money, you're not the one for her. Okay? That's all it is. And it's just what it is, man. The whole world has many different types of men and women everywhere. We base the whole world off of our own experience. When we're just one person, there's a lot of different perceptions, millions of different perceptions, millions of different types of women, millions of different types of men. So you can't just base your own only personal experience. You're just a speck in a huge spectrum. Your experiences are just one of millions, hundreds of millions. Okay? So there's a lot of different perceptions. You just have to, once you get in a better place, you'll be in a better place to receive. That's why a lot of us can't even recognize love, because we don't even know how to love. We don't even know what love is. We can't even recognize it because we don't know. We wouldn't know it if it hit us upside the head, because we're so broken. We're in such a horrible place mentally. And so if you're in a broken place mentally, you're in a poor place. When you're unhealthy, you're going to make unhealthy decisions. You're going to make unhealthy choices in spending habits, in every aspect of your life. Career choices might be unhealthy, unstable. So relationships are no different. You're going to make unhealthy relationship choices. You're going to choose based off your wounds instead of your destination, instead of your purpose. You're not going to see where you're going because you don't even know where you're going. It's going to be too clouded because you're going to be so emotionally clouded with all that negative energy. You're going to be looking for somebody to just address your wounds, which is a temporary situation. That's why people outgrow each other, because it's temporary. Eventually, you're going to want to get up and you're going to want to grow. You're going to want to move on. You're going to want to heal. And you're going to come out of that place and you're going to see the other person is still where you used to be. And you're going to be like, oh my goodness, what did I do? Who is this? You know? And you're going to have regrets. So if you get in a healthier place emotionally, mentally, psychologically, you'll find yourself shunning dysfunction. You find somebody that's dysfunctional, that's unhealthy, that is, like I said, emotionally needy, extremely insecure to the point where they have to go to your phone all the time, every day, and are just always concerned about you looking at another woman or looking at another man or this and that, or if you find yourself in that place with those type of people, you have to heal. That's all it is. You gotta heal. The whole world is not. That's not how life is. That's not how your whole life has to be. You don't have to be with those type of people. If you find yourself doing those things, that's another sign that you have yet to heal. If you're finding yourself doing that, you're so insecure about somebody cheating or this and that. If you're always looking over your shoulder trying to see if they're doing you wrong, see if they're cheating on you, see if there's something that you have to deal with. Your emotion, you're not healed. You're dysfunctional. You're toxic. I'm saying it out of love. I'm saying it out of experience. All of these things. We got to heal as a whole. We can't continue down this path that we're going down, talking and trashing each other. I love black women. I love my brothers. I love them. I love both of y'all. So, in order for us to come together, in order for us to have the relationship that we desire, we're gonna have to heal first. If all you've run into is those toxic people, all you had is terrible relationships, dysfunctional relationships, then something in you is dysfunctional. Something in you is broken. Something in you is wanting to entertain that. So, because you continue to entertain it, you continue to invite it into your life, into your house, into your home, into your kids' life. And it's because you are dysfunctional. You are broken. And the cycle has to stop. This is a cycle. This is an endless cycle. We've been through a lot. We've made it from a lot. We've been through a whole bunch of things. But we have to keep moving forward. Now it's time. It's time to heal. And the only way for us to move forward is for us to heal. Healing has to take place first. It's the first step. And we gotta take that initiative. We gotta take that initiative to heal. To try to move forward and have those healthy relationships, have those healthy marriages, those healthy relationships with our children, because our kids need us. We desire marriages, we desire all these things, and if you still desire it, it's still possible. You just have to do the work that it takes to get there, and it's possible. can have it. So that's just all I wanted to say about that. But the second phase of this, I really wanted to go over different signs we can look for when it comes to needing healing. I'm going to do that with my T-Dub show too. But it's going to be different signs that you look for, because we have to heal when it comes to to being there for our children. And I'll talk about that too, because there's a lot of domestic violence, there's a lot of abuse, there's a lot of rape and incest in the household. I'm going to be discussing those things next time. It's going to be in the domestic realm. This one was just in general, as far as the community as a whole. It's just an introduction to really what I wanted to talk about. And I just exposed a lot of things that were counterproductive to black love, healthy relationships in our community. But I really want to address the domestic side of it on the next one, because we got to talk about that too. And it's because it's not okay that we're taking our anger and frustrations out on our children, out on our spouses, out on the people we claim to love. Those things aren't okay, and it's just the root of a lot of stuff, and it's the reason why a lot of us grew up broken. It's the reason why a lot of our kids are growing up in broken homes, because of the unhealthy mental state of the parents. So, I'm going to address that. I'm going to cover that. And if anyone wants to be a guest, I might invite a special guest on this one, because it's going to be needed. But we'll see. And that's my time. That's all I wanted to talk about for today. I look forward to seeing y'all on the next podcast. It's going to be part 2. It's going to be dealing with broken homes and things like that. Healing from a broken household. I'm going to explain those type of things. The signs that you've been going. The signs of growing up from a broken home. The process that it takes to heal from it. I'm going to talk about those things, because we're going to go back to the child. We're going to start back to childhood, because that's where it starts. A lot of us are broken because of abuse we've received from our mother, from our father, from our sibling, from whatever, from our peers that we've known. You have people that were molested, dealt with, abused by certain people that claim to be mentors. There's a healing process involved in that, because when you've had a broken childhood like that, it affects your adulthood, and it all spills off into having toxic relationships in your adult life, because you don't know how to function in society, because you've been broken. You've been broken, and it takes the healing. So I'm gonna pinpoint all that stuff, but for now I gotta go, because I could ramble on all night. I gotta go. I'm supposed to be going out of town to it's my son's birthday. I'm supposed to be going out of town to celebrate his birthday with him. But when I come back this coming week, I'm gonna pick up where I left off, and we're gonna talk about everything that needs to be talked about. But I hope y'all enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. Yeah, peace out. Love y'all.